Coming up on today's episode of Technoid, we're going to break down Samsung Unpacked 2020. I'm going to break down everything about this event, and I'm going to explain my thoughts and opinion on what I thought of the event as a whole, and also I'll talk a little bit about some things I liked and I didn't like about it. All of that on today's episode, so stay tuned. What's happening, everybody? Michael here. Welcome back to Technoid. Now, I hope you all are having an excellent week. We had kind of an okay here on Staten Island. There was a bad outage from yesterday to today. Thankfully, the power was fixed. I was supposed to go live, but because there was no internet, no power, I could not get to go live. So because of that, I had to push my live stream to tonight. So I hope to see you guys at 7 p.m. I will be not only recapping what I'm doing in today's video, but I'll also be talking about the Pixel 4a and a couple of other tech things. Now, before I start the video, I just want to disclaim, I ordered the Galaxy Bud Lives. I have ordered them, so I will be reviewing them, and I will be comparing them to these bad boys, the Galaxy Bud Pluses, and I will give you an honest review. It should be by next week, or maybe in a couple weeks, depending on how big the orders are. Now, quick disclaimer, again, if you are new to the channel, thank you for tuning on. If this is your first time on, please hit the like button, and if you are a new subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you are considering subscribing, please do hit that subscribe button as it helps grow my channel. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss when I upload, and to returning subscribers, thank you as always. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's get it going. So the Samsung Unpacked event was rather interesting. For starters, a lot of people were upset at this event for some reason. Me, I was having a field day on Twitter. You guys should follow my Twitter, by the way, Technoid12. But it was a rather good event. It was actually all right. There were a couple things I didn't like, but we'll get to that in just a moment. But I will say, even though Apple had a better event, I gotta be honest, I was more invested in this event. And I think for that reason, I feel that I prefer the August event from Samsung than their January and probably any other Apple. Because for me, I felt more in tuned and I felt more invested in the August event. So I'm just gonna say I prefer this timing of an event than the previous ones. But with that said, let's talk about things I didn't like. So for starters, the thing I despised off the back was that stupid Zoom call with the so-called Samsung members. Bro, it was so much better when there was nobody. When you didn't have to hear, woo! Like, seriously, this was stupid. Why would you call people? I understand you respect your community, you like your fans, but it just made the event feel like it felt just like I was watching it live. Just tune the people out, let's just show the phone, and let's not hear anything. Notice how Apple's ran better without it. OnePlus ran better without it. Hell, well, Google didn't have one, so we can't really consider them. But two of the major manufacturers had an event with no audience, and it felt so much better. So, Samsung, I don't know what you did, but I hated that. And it's basically just Samsung nights, just cheering around, flashing little lights. Notice they didn't even know what they were doing. They're just standing around going, hashtag Samsung nights. But seriously though, that was the first thing that I did not like off the bat. The second thing I didn't like off the bat was the acting by the people. This event had some of the most scripted acting I have ever seen in an event. Now I understand you gotta sell the product, you gotta get people invested, but even your damn employees don't sound convincing. You got Khalid, BTS, and they were even making a joke out of it. Khalid couldn't even say the right name of the color, and BTS was just making fun of the fold. So this was terrible acting all around. So terrible presentation, terrible acting, but the event itself was okay once you had the people talking about the phone and stuff. So let's get right to it. The first thing they unveiled was the Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra. Now, I don't have much to say on this. I've already said everything there's to be said. I've already discussed it. I basically predicted everything because everything was leaked out, and Jimmy's promo just ruined it for everybody. But for the most part, it was okay. It was not the biggest wow factor that I was thinking because I already saw everything, but it wasn't certainly underwhelming. The phone is typical. It was everything we expected it to be. A souped up Note with 120 Hz for the Ultra. The Note 20 actually looks pretty good because it has a flat screen. It doesn't have the curved screen, which I think Samsung should have just did. I don't understand why they're keeping the curved because they already flattened it on the S20 line, so why wouldn't they just do it for this? But to be fair, I will say I do enjoy that they were trying to bring some new things and make the Note feel powerful, and they do. Another thing that I liked was that they started integrating the link to Windows and DeX and trying to make it feel like you're using a computer. That actually to me is very interesting, how you can turn a phone into a computer, and I'm actually going to start doing it now because I honestly never use these features, but after seeing them and how they're utilized, I actually feel compelled now to try them out. So I definitely like that they're utilizing the technology that these things have. The next thing was the Note, the Tab, S7 and S7 Plus. So that again was their follow-up tablet, and we're coming in two sizes. You have an 11-inch and a 12-inch tablet. Now both of them are relatively the same. It's an Android tablet, but of course with better optimization and 120 Hz coming to the Tab line. They were able to work down the latency on the S Pen for both the Note and the Tab. And I really do like that they also introduced a new keyboard and also some other cool features to try to make it feel more like a PC. Now, as you know, I'm not a big fan of Android tablets, as I feel iPad is a much better option out there. But this actually does give a legitimate actual contender because it feels more optimized, it has a better keyboard, it has a lot more things going for it, and it has actual software support. So I really appreciate that from Samsung. The next thing they unveiled was the Galaxy Bud Live. Now that, again, like I said, I've already ordered them, so I'm going to review them. But again, it was everything we knew. It's a bean-shaped design. It's going to basically have ANC. It has 6 hours on the buds, 21 hours with the case. So very respectable battery life, I think, from right off the bat. It has 2 speakers, 1 driver and a bass booster. It has 3 microphones, and it also has that little thing that Apple has. Now, obviously that this is competing with the AirPods Pro, I expected it to be like this, but I gotta say, this is a very unique design. This is something that feels original, where it does not kind of mimic the AirPods in a way, where it does kind of, but it has a newer design. You see OnePlus, you see what happens when you put your head in the game and you actually think outside the box? Instead of going on podcasts and trying to show off, that's what happens. And lastly, the Galaxy Watch. Now, the Galaxy Watch 3 is a bigger and better version of the first Galaxy Watch. I don't get the naming. It's not technically, well, you know what, let's just leave it. But in all seriousness, the watch itself is pretty nice. It comes in different varieties from aluminum, stainless steel, and titanium. It is a little bit expensive from the updated version, but that's actually relatively okay because you're paying for a smartwatch, and it finally has ACG, I think it is. It finally got the clearance, so you can expect the Active 2 and the Galaxy Watch 3 to have the ECG feature. It has advanced technology to transfer with the blood. It also helps with oxygen level and a lot of other things in this thing. They didn't push Bixby, which was actually kind of shocking, so I'm kind of hoping they stop trying to push that and just take the money from Google and ditch Bixby altogether. But I actually like the watch. I thought the watch looked cool. It's not gonna make me give up my Active 2 watch, but it definitely looks pretty cool if you wanna be classy and stylish. It does have the physical chrome that you could turn. And then the real last thing, if you thought I was done, was the Galaxy Z Fold 2. Now, of course, we all know what happened with the first one, as they showed Marcus and so many other YouTubers on there talking about it. Well, I guess they completely forgot about their other consumers and just went right to YouTubers because that's literally who they rely on. You should rely on your consumers for the opinions, not just YouTubers. But that's just me. But they claim to have finally fixed the Fold. They have a better screen on the front. It is much bigger. It has brittles on the inside to help reveal the dust and get rid of it. It's still not IP rated or dust resistant, so again, there still is durability questions. I'm gonna just wait for Jerry Rig to get his hands on it. Hashtag level 6 and deeper grooves at a level 7. Don't actually write that hashtag out, that's just me. But the Z Fold 2, they didn't talk too much about it. They did show off what it would look like. They definitely did explain a little bit, but they said that they're gonna have another follow-up in September that they will discuss more about it. So then we'll get more about pricing and more about pre-orders. But everything goes into pre-orders starting today, maybe tomorrow. Again, I've already ordered the Galaxy Bud Live, so I will be reviewing them. And the pricing for all these, I'm just gonna say right now, you probably gonna wanna wait till Black Friday. I'm just saying. $999 for the Note 20 and $1299 for the Note 20 Ultra. However, if you do a trade-in, you will get double the value on your old current smartphone. The Galaxy Bud Lives are $169 respectively. Still cheaper than the AirPods Pro, but a little bit expensive from the Pluses. The Galaxy Watch, I actually did not catch that, so I apologize. And the Tab S7, so I don't know the prices per se, so I'm just gonna put them up on the screen. But that was the event. So overall, I thought this event was pretty good. I do like that they are trying to show new things and take advantage of the technology that they use with their devices, like with their partnership with Microsoft and Xbox. I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't talk about RCS, although I already said that they're releasing RCS through software updates, which is actually happening right now. But I am kind of disappointed that they still won't talk about that. And it's happening right now. The A50, the M31, and a couple of other flagships are getting the July update, and it enables RCS. So I don't know why they didn't talk about it or why they didn't mention it. But honestly, besides that, I think this event was great. I hated the acting, I hated the cringe part, but I thought the presentation of the devices and stuff were actually alright. Is it the best event over Apple? Definitely not. But was it a good event? I think so. And that's it for today's episode of Technoid. Now guys, again, this is just a summary version. I'm going to go into detail more tonight on my live stream. So please, if you are considering watching tonight, be there at 7 o'clock. I'm going to break it down again, and I'll discuss the Pixel 4a and discuss which one of the two will do better on the market. Again, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you dislike the video, hit the dislike button. Helps circulate my videos as well. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone, and peace!